Hey everyone, and welcome back to Train Sim World 5. We are on the new Zwolle Groningen route, and it is time to go. We are driving this very cool Koploper train. I think these are in the process of being retired, at the least very soon. Are those? Yeah, that's locked. Cool. Right, off we go. Oh, can we... Would help if I put the reverser in forward. There we go. Let's get moving. So our first stop is Assen in 24 kilometers. Yeah, I figured for the first video on this route that I would do the very cool 1970s funky, you're sitting above the train to drive it locomotive. Yeah, it's all very cool. So yes, I've got all the safety systems turned on. Oh, and we're already speeding slightly, so let's dip back down below 40 kilometers an hour. And yeah, this should be a lot of fun. God, it is so weird being so high up, because like, I'm looking at the overhead wires thinking like, that is right above my head. So yeah, it's interesting. So, yes, I think this service... There we go, we've got the dead man's handle, dead man's pedal, I guess. Yeah, I think this service continues all the way to Rotterdam, but we're only driving it as far as Groningen. Groningen. I don't know how to pronounce that place. There we go, we can do 60 kilometers... Oh, no, hang on. There we go, now we can do 60 kilometers an hour. I'm still learning. That is very much still a thing that's happening. So yeah, I am very much still learning how to drive this thing. Forgot what I was gonna say actually just then. But yeah, these trains are very funky. They're very funky indeed. I will also be doing some videos on the... I'll probably end up doing 4 videos on this route in total, at the very least, because we have another train and we can do conductor mode on both trains. The other train is a... it's the Sprinter new generation that NS Nederlands Spoorwegen, I believe is how you pronounce it. Some Dutch speakers, if you're here, please correct me. I will happily be corrected. But yeah, so that train exists as well. Very new train, you know, much more kind of very modern, very quick, just what you'd expect pretty much. So yeah, you can do that as well on this route. And I think actually there might be some more stopping and some more express services with those trains. I don't remember. There's one of them now actually approaching us. So yeah, that is the Sprinter new generation. There's 2 of them coupled together actually. But yeah, so these trains are very interesting. When they were first built, they... the reason the cab is this high up, and the reason that there's this kind of panel on the front, if you don't know, is... you used to be able to walk through the front if you had 2 units coupled together. You can't anymore. That was removed in like 2011 or something because it was deemed really unreliable. So yeah, they have taken that out, unfortunately. And I believe the word Koploper, which is the kind of, I don't know, colloquial name for this train, yeah, that I believe that does mean walk through head, so yeah, that is now not a feature of this anymore. So yeah, there are some videos that Dovetail Games, the people behind Train Sim World, have recommended for those wanting to learn how all the safety systems and all of that stuff works. They are what I used to teach myself how to do this with some accuracy. I definitely don't remember everything, but it's fine. So yeah, I'll link those in the description. And yeah, if any of you have the route as well, like, let me know what your experience with it is, if you enjoy it. But yeah, this driving position is funky. It's like, it feels very equivalent to a Boeing 747. Yeah, this actually has very similar vibes to that. You know, this train is not as old as 747, but in terms of train lifespans versus plane lifespans, they're actually in a very similar place. And yeah, I do actually think they look really similar in some ways. So yeah, it's definitely unique. It is definitely unique. I don't know if there are many other trains in the world that are like this. So yeah, let's just get ourselves up to 140 kilometers an hour, which is unfortunately the top speed of this train. I believe that is about 87 miles per hour. 87, 88, if I'm not mistaken. That's yeah, let's keep the throttle in the, I guess, slightly yes position. I don't know. I believe there is a couple of like minimum power type things. So that is so O is 0. Then you've got R, which is, I guess, minimum. S is a bit more. And then I think there's series and parallel, so that's series, and then P is the first parallel one. Yeah, something like that. So I guess I'll keep it. I'll see if SZ1 kind of holds our speed well. We are going up the slightest gradient right now. Do have green signals all the way, thankfully. But yeah, this is such a cool experience. I did have my eye on this route for a long time when they were teasing it, and yeah, I finally bit the bullet, opened my wallet, and bought the route today. Oh, I've driven 10 kilometers. Hell yeah, let's go. I think we are, yeah, we're well on our way towards Assen. Sounds more German than Dutch, Assen. And you have Essen in Germany, which is, to be fair, not too far from the Netherlands. Right, we do have a slight downhill gradient now, so I'm just keeping an eye on my speed. The speed indicator on these trains is very cool. It's kind of horizontal, like, I think there's some old car where it's like that as well. So yeah, horizontal speed indicator. What a novelty on a train, I think. So yeah. Of course, as this is the Netherlands, why did I say that so American? As this is the Netherlands, there we go. We do have just completely flat scenery. I think there's possibly one part of the Netherlands that is not completely flat, and that is like the southeasternmost corner, like the Kent of the Netherlands, although Kent is one of the flatter parts of the UK, so yeah, I think it's the southeastern corner of the Netherlands. It's the only place that has actual hills. And I think Groningen is in the northeast, and Zwolle is in the kind of the Middle East, if you were. Yeah, not the Middle East of the world, just not north, not south, somewhere in the middle. The East Midlands of the Netherlands. The Leicester of the Netherlands, shall we say. There we go, we've got a new name for Zwolle, everyone. It's the Leicester of the Netherlands. I didn't think I'd be saying that in this video, but here we are. For reference, I grew up in Leicester, so yeah. But yeah, scenery, all very flat. I mean, it's pretty. I think the Netherlands is regarded as having quite pretty scenery, even if it is flat. I think there's something quite, I don't know, it's a bit of a novelty, I suppose, the first time you see it, like, just the endless stretches of flat. You're not used to that in the UK, unless you live in, like, Lincolnshire or Cambridgeshire, because those bits are flat. But, I mean, you know, I've lived in Leicester for, oh. Oops, we do have an emergency brake happening right now, I think. I did miss the dead man's pedal, the dead man's warning, and yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's get ourselves braking just to prepare for that. Or actually, can I release it now? No. We're gonna have to wait for the train to stop, everyone. Yeah, I've screwed up here. Like I said, I'm still learning. This is a good wake-up call, I guess. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's a bit quiet, the dead man's pedal in this. Right. Is that released now? Can we go? Yes, we can. Okay. Good. Yeah, brakes are releasing. Okay, here we go again. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate, but you live and you learn. Yeah. Oh, look! Double Koploper coming our way. Look at that. Oh, that looks sick. Right, let's get some more throttle going. Yeah, I think the series, so the SZ ones are better at low speeds, and then you want to kind of move into the parallel ones as your speed increases. I don't really know what the actual speeds are for that, so I'm kind of just going off of vibes, but I'm just going to full power it now. And that should... I mean, this thing is accelerating quite quickly, so I can't be doing anything too wrong apart from having missed the dead man's pedal warning thing. If you know anything about German signalling and safety systems, I guess maybe if you've watched my videos on German routes in this game, then I guess this is the equivalent of Zifa, which is just the kind of alertness thing on German on the German railway network. So yeah, I guess the Doderman thing, that's the technical term, of course, the thing. That would be the Dutch equivalent. So I guess our next question is, will we be able to stop at Assen in the next 4.5 minutes with 7.4 kilometers to go? The answer is, I don't know. We will find out, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen. So, yeah. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Yeah, this, I know I keep saying it, but this is such a funky train. It's so unique. Look how high up I am there. That's mental. Oh. Yeah, okay. I got to the dead man's pedal in time. Might try and get a screenshot for thumbnail purposes. So let's do that. Get the HUD off. That's quite cool. That is quite cool. Oh, are we? Okay, I thought we were, I thought I'd broken the train for a second. Yeah, throttle's still working. Good. Might try and get some screenshots at a station as well. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Actually, there's a nice bit of open area here. Let's just go down a bit. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Just want to make sure we're not speeding as well. We do have an 80 km/h limit coming up, as well as a yellow signal of some sort. So I think we're going to want to start taking action when we get to this next green signal. It's probably going to tell us to go down to 80 km/h at that signal, at which point I will do so. So let's just make sure We're in throttle 0. And yeah, okay, the station has appeared on the HUD now. And yeah, okay, there we go. So that little 8 marker down at the bottom of the track, that's told us to decelerate, so we're doing that now. And the ATB has just told us to go down to 80 as well. That's what that little yellow light above the 80 symbol on the dashboard is. We have 2 minutes to do 2 kilometers. It's good. I think we're going to be slightly late. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're fine. It wanted us to get down to 80 with, I guess, loads of time to spare. Which we have done, but it clearly wanted more from us. But it's fine, because we narrowly avoided an emergency brake. There we go, we're up to, we found the 80 limit. And yeah, we are rapidly approaching Assen. So I think once we're about 800 meters out, I'll start braking some more. There we go, we've got that little sign which is telling us to brake. Let's give it some mild braking. Meant to be there in 1 minute. We'll be vaguely on time. We'll be close enough to on time that it doesn't really matter. Right, let's stop braking now actually, because we are going quite slow. These things do appear to have really good brakes, especially for how old they are. Oh, there is some rain. Let's get the wipers on. Just get them on the slow setting for now. And yeah, here is Assen. With a very, very high roof. Wow. Oh god, and this rain is something else. Right, let's give it some more braking. I might have left that slightly late, actually. I'm not entirely sure. It's a bit hard to gauge being up at the top of the train. Nah, I think we're fine. So here's the 4-car marker, just beyond the signal that it felt like I was going to hit. Okay, yeah, we've gone basically to the right place. That'll do. And let's open the doors. We'll put the reverser into neutral so that it stops bugging us about the ATB. Gonna have to put the wipers on a faster setting, I think. There we go. God, that rain is awful. That is just torrential. Let's look at a screenshot. A very rainy screenshot, though. I'm not sure I like that. Nah, I'm not screenshotting. Right, let's close those doors. I don't know if there is an actual close doors button in the cab. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's fine. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, I need to be in forward, of course. So yeah, we'll start making our way. Oh, we got a little bus there. Very empty bus, no one in it, no electronics on. But yeah. It looks like 10-car trains stop here sometimes, which is interesting. Considering the longest Koplopers are 4 cars, and I think the ICNGs, the SNGs, the Sprinter New Generations, I think are 3 and 4 cars as well. Right, let's go to full power, get up to 140. Next stop, Zwolle, 63 kilometers. Wow, that is a long distance. I'm not sure I will end up doing a conductor mode video on this, on the Koploper, actually, considering just the distance between stations. Most of the video would just be me sat in the back cab with my feet up. It would be a very short video, I think, just because of the very infrequent stops that these trains do. I don't know if there are any services that they do with more frequent stops. We are already almost at 140 kilometers an hour. Considering how fast these accelerate, I am surprised at their low top speed. Right, let's get ourselves into a throttle position that'll hold us at the speed that we want. Hopefully. So yeah, I guess we've got another half an hour of driving with, yeah. You know what, if nothing exciting happens, I think I might time-lapse this bit. Yeah, just because there's not much for you folks at home to see. So yeah, I think I'll do a time-lapse to avoid this video being longer than it needs to be. So yeah, barring anything exciting, I guess I will see you all on the approach to Zwolle. Okay, so as I predicted, that was 20-something minutes of complete and utter boringness, but it's fine, because the route's nice. Also, the weather is awful, and it has been awful for most of the way. So yeah, we are 6 kilometers from Zwolle now. We're definitely coming towards the end of the route. Hopefully we'll maybe see an extension to Rotterdam at some point. That would be nice. That is a very narrow bridge. That looks just really weird. I don't know, just looks very, very strange. Just downhill gradients, so keeping an eye on my speed. We've got a 100 limit coming up. And back on level track again, which is what you'd expect being in the Netherlands. Oh crap, I missed the dead man's pedal again. Okay, we have our second emergency stop of the video. This is going incredibly well. Ay ay ay. Oh, I've driven 100 kilometers. That's a big achievement, it seems. This car at the level crossing must just be like, what on earth is going on with this train? Why is it stopping and blocking the level crossing? Well, you're going to have to wait. Right. Gonna do that. And release the brakes, and then put it into Series 3 throttle. Yeah, brakes are releasing, and we're on our way and causing a traffic jam, but it's fine. Oh, yeah, dead man's pedal's going again. Alright, let's actually no, I'll keep it in series. Might try and get another screenshot while we're here. It's just the rain is so annoying, right? Now let's put it in max power. Right. That's a very high up default view. I'm going to lower the camera position again a little bit. Right. Oh, that was exciting. 3.3 kilometers. We've got about 3 minutes to do it in. Whether we actually do it remains to be seen. Yeah, we're going to go down to 100 kilometers an hour imminently, so let's not get too far beyond that. Right, that'll do. Let's just keep ourselves in a power setting to try and maintain speed. Hopefully we get no more screw-ups that initiate emergency brake applications. That was a bit silly from me, but hey-ho, what you gonna do? I've said this before and I'll say it again. It would not be a Fiona playing a simulation game if everything went well. It really wouldn't. Yeah, we're 2 kilometers out now. So we're definitely almost there. This looks very rural for 1.6 kilometers from, I think, one of the biggest stations in the Netherlands. So yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Right, let's get some braking happening. Oh, yeah, brake. Yeah, that'll do. It's a very eager anti-speeding system they have here. Very, very eager. Yeah, we can just kind of bring our speed down slowly now, I guess. Oh, we do have a 40. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's telling us to slow down to 40, which makes sense, because we are kind of coming up towards a station and a red signal. So, yeah, probably smart for us to do that. But yeah. Welcome to Zwolle. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think. We have slowed down slightly more than we wanted to, but it's fine, because we are coming into the platform. Yes. Yeah, fairly large station, this. Very typical Dutch-looking large station, I think. I need to turn off the those horrible, ugly stopping indicators that the game just throws over the track. I don't need them, because it shows me where to stop right in front of them. So yeah. Ah well, it is what it is. I'll turn those off, and in future videos on this route they will not appear. Oh, another train is leaving. I hear a whistle. Right. Let's bring ourselves to this. Okay, that'll do. Close enough. And let's open those doors. Yeah. Welcome to a very rainy Zwolle. This has been fun. Oh, there's another Koplopers leaving. Let's get a screenshot of this. This actually probably be what we use for the thumbnail. Wonder if you can change the weather settings in this game. I don't actually know. Maybe I'll mess around with photo mode. But yeah, that is the scenario completed. We did accidentally speed by like a couple of kilometers an hour a couple of times, but it is what it is. We still got a platinum medal for it. So yeah, let's return to free roam. I'm just gonna shut the train down and leave it to say goodbye. Let's get I'll just get the train off. Oh, hang on. We don't want emergency brake. Come on. Max brake. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Let's leave the train. Yeah, let me close the door. Let me close the door. What are these hitboxes? Can I... What? Okay, there we go. That'll do. But yeah, that's going to Rotterdam Central in 3 minutes. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Please let me know if there's anything specific on this route, or in Train Sim, or in general that you'd like to see. And I'll catch you in another video. Bye!